بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Welcome everyone in today's English class for the first intermediate grade. Our textbook is Super Goal number 1, and today we're going to learn unit number 7, which is Where Do You Live? And we're going to learn the lessons, listening and pronunciation. This lesson is presented by me. I'm teacher Mazen Al-Harbi, and the sign language by Mr. Fawaz Al-Aqil. So welcome everyone. Today, inshallah, we hope that at the end of this lesson, you will be able to write the names of the places after listening to their description. As we have learned from last time, to learn what are the terms and the word we use to give direction. Today, inshallah, we will listen for the description and we'll be able, inshallah, to also try to use them into giving the appropriate directions. Now, before we start, let's do a quick review on the last lesson. Last lesson we had grammar rule, and we have learned about the verb live with preposition. And we said that if we use the verb live plus a preposition, we can use it if we want to describe where do we live. So, for example, we said we use live with in if we want to talk about cities. For example, I live in Jeddah. I live in Riyadh. So we use live plus in for cities. And also we use the preposition on with the verb live if we want to talk about buildings. For example, we would say, I live on the 3rd floor. I live on the 3rd floor. So here we use the verb live with on and the building, okay, and the building, the 3rd floor. And also we use again on if we want to talk about street. For example, I live on 1st Avenue. I live on 1st Avenue. I live on King Abdul Aziz Road. So if we want to talk about streets, we would use the verb or the preposition on with the verb live. So we have only two prepositions we would use with the verb live if we want to answer the question, where do you live? We would say that we use live plus in if we want to talk about cities, and we would use live plus on if we want to talk about buildings, and we would use live plus on if we want to talk about streets. So this is a quick summary of what we have learned last time. And we talked about some prepositions that we use for a place. For example, we have learned the across from, between, next to, on, near, and far from. Let's try to give an example of each one to remind ourselves of these prepositions. The first one was the preposition which is across from. For example, the park is across from the school. Across from, it means the opposite. It means the opposite of a place. So as you can see here we have a school, and here we have a park, and there is something between them here. There is something here between them. So this is what we say across. You have to cross the street from the school to go to the park. So this is what we mean by across from. The other preposition we have, which is between. For example, the bank is between the post office and the restaurant. The bank is between the post office and the restaurant. So as you can see, here we have a post office, here we have a bank, and here we have the restaurant. So where is the bank? Exactly, it is between the restaurant and the post office. So this is what we mean by the preposition between. The other preposition we have, which is the next to. For example, the pharmacy is next to the bookstore. The pharmacy is next to the bookstore. So here you have in this picture, this is a bookstore and this is a pharmacy and nothing between them. So the pharmacy is next to the bookstore. The other preposition also, which is on, and plus what we have learned from the beginning, that we would use on for building and for street, and also we use it in corners. So for example, the bus stop is on the corner. The bus stop is on the corner. So here we have As you can see, a conjunction between two roads, and the bus stop sign is on the corner, on the corner. And the other one, which is near, for example, the museum is near the hotel. The museum is near the hotel. So as you can see here, here we have a museum, here we have a hotel. They are not next to each other. There is something between them. There is a tree or a park between them. So we would say the museum is near the hotel. The museum is near the hotel. So it's not just right next to it. It is near, not very far. The last one, which is far from. Far from, we means it's not near. It's far from a place. For example, the airport is far from town. So here is the town. It has a school, it has restaurants, hotels, and all the facilities we need in any town. And along this way, we have an airport. So the airport is not near or not next to this town. It is far from the town. So this is what do you mean by far from, okay? So here we have these 6 prepositions we have learned the last time. And also, if you remember, we talked about the imperative of direction. When we want to give a direction to a place, we would use sometimes, or we will see signs, okay? Those signs have what we call imperatives. It's sort of like orders, same like orders to do something on the street. For example, this sign, this is an imperative for direction. What does this mean? Very good. This means to turn left. This sign means turn left. And the other sign we have here, what do you think it means? Very good. Yes, it means turn right. This sign means turn right. How about this one? What does this sign mean? Excellent. It means go straight. Go straight. Not left, not right, just go straight. And here we have, for example, in buildings, if you want to use elevator, we would see those signs. For example, the first one, or the green, it means go down, to go down on the first floor, the second floor, or maybe the basement. And the red one means go up, to go up, for example, the 5th floor or the 6th floor, okay? These are imperative for directions. These signs give us how to use a place or how to go to a place. Excellent. Now, if you remember, we have also opened our workbook and we have answered a couple of exercises regarding the last lesson on page 116. So would you please open your book or turn to page 116. Turn to page 116 as we will have a couple of exercises. So on page 116, if you remember, we have this exercise, which is exercise E, which asked us to look at the map, complete the conversation, to help the tourist who is at the bookstore. So for example, we had a tourist at the bookstore and he wants to go to different places. And we have completed this conversation. Let's read it together. So the tourist says, where is the museum? And me and you help him to go to the museum. We said, go straight on Park Avenue. Go straight on Park Avenue to the next corner and turn right at the bank. Turn right at the bank. So as you can see here, turn right at the park. So here is the bookstore he was looking for. And also, the museum is across from the bank. The museum is across from the bank, and it is between the convenience store and the subway station. So here is the museum, which is across the bank. The museum is across the bank, okay, and between the subway station and the convenience store. This is how we helped the tourist. Now, on the same map, we have also another exercise. So in this exercise, we want to have another look at the map and try to complete the sentences using across from, between, or next to. So here we have 3 prepositions of place we want to use again by looking at this map. So let's start with number 1. Number 1 says, the hotel is blank, the bank and the restaurant. The hotel, let's see, where is the hotel? This is the hotel, is blank, the bank and the restaurant. So what should we use here? Should we use across from, or between, or next to? What do you think? Very good. Yes, here we would use between. As you can see, here is the hotel. It's between the bank and the restaurant. Let's go for number 2. The mall is blank the restaurant. The mall is blank the restaurant. So here we have a restaurant. Here is the restaurant in this area, and here is the mall. So the mall blank the restaurant. We have 2 words left. We have across from and we have next to. What do you think we should use here? Very good. Yes, here we would use across from. So as you can see, there is street, a main avenue, between the restaurant and the mall. So here we would use across from. Number 3, the health club is blank the mall. The health club is blank the mall. And as you can see here on this map, here we have the health club and here is the mall. So the health club and the mall, where is it? Excellent. They are next to each other. So here in number 3, we would use next to. We would use next to. So here are the answers of exercise number C. Let's go for another exercise also on the same page. Again, we're going to look at the map and answer the question and try to make 2 sentences for each. We would use on, near, or far from. For example, where is the subway station? So here, as you can see, the green one or the green building is this is the subway station. So where is it? We have different ways to say where is the subway station. Let me do this for you, and you will have, or I'll give you number 2 and 3. So where is the subway station? We can say it is on Broadway and Main Avenue. It is on Broadway and Main Avenue. So these are 2 streets that has the subway station. The subway station is on 2 streets, the Broadway Street and the Main Avenue. Or we can say, when we talk about places, it is near the health club, the museum and the bank. So it is near the health club, they are near, and the museum and the bank. All of those places are near the subway station. We know now how to answer? Very good. Let's do number 2. Number 2, where is the park? So here, as you can see, this is the park. So where is the park? Very good. Yes, the park is on Park Avenue. We started by saying the street. The park is on Park Avenue. Now, if you want to answer using places, we would say it is near the restaurant. This is the restaurant. The park is near the restaurant, near the hotel, and also near the bank. And we can say it is near the bookstore as well. So the park is near to those places, near the bank, near to the hotel and the restaurant, and also near the bookstore. Number 3, where is the supermarket? Where is the supermarket? Excellent. As you can see here on this street, the supermarket, it is far from the subway station. This is the subway station and there is the supermarket. So it's not near, it is very far from the subway station. And also, it is on Franklin Street. It is on this street, which we call it Franklin Street. Also, it is near the pharmacy. Here we have the supermarket. It is near the pharmacy and near the bookstore. So we have different ways to answer about the location of a place. Maybe we can use a street, as we said here. It is on Broadway Avenue or Main Avenue. It is on Park Avenue. It is on Franklin Street. We can use street. We can use also places. For example, it is near the health club, or it is across from the restaurant, or it is next to the hotel. We can use places as well. So we have different ways to say where is a place. Excellent. Now, let's move on to exercise F. Exercise F is very interesting one. Here we have two prepositions, as we have said in the beginning of this lesson. We're going to complete the sentences using in or on. Using in or on. And you remember, we have said that we would use in for what? Excellent. We would use in for cities, and we would use on for what? Very good. We would use on for building and for street. So let's say, let's read the first one. The first one says, where do you live? Someone asked and said, where do you live? And the answer was, I live blank Jeddah. I live blank Jeddah. So what would we say here? Do we say, I live in Jeddah or I live on Jeddah? Very good. Yes, here we would say, I live in, because we use in for cities. Number two, Amina lives blank Park Avenue. Amina lives blank Park Avenue. And Park Avenue is not a city, it is a street. And we said that we use for street on. Exactly. We would use on for street. Number three, my cousins live blank Damascus. My cousin live blank Damascus. So Damascus is a city. So what would we use here? Very good. Here we would use N. And the number four, our apartment building is big. Our apartment building is big. We live, and now we're talking about building. We live blank the 12th floor. So would we say we live in or we live on the 12th floor? Very good. We live on the 12th floor. Number five, Ali lives blank Main Street. Not city, not building, street. Ali lives blank Main Street. So here we would use, exactly, here we would use on. So here you go. Here are the answers. We used in for cities, and we use on for streets, and also for buildings. Very good. Now, turn to page. Now we have covered most of the page 116. So please turn to the student book on page 59, as we will have a listening exercise. So, on page 59, on listening exercise, you will see a map similar like this. On this map, what we're going to do is we're going to listen to 4 different directions. And those directions will help us to define or name the places that are not clear so far. So, just imagine that you are here at this point, okay, and you're going to listen to the direction of a place. Once you know where is this direction, we would write it down or write down the name of this place. So let's listen for the first time, and then for the second time, I will give you further instruction about this one.
1. Excuse me. Where's the English school? Go straight. Turn left. It's across from the supermarket.
2. Is there an internet cafe near here? Yes, there is. Go straight. It's on the corner on your right. It's next to the bookstore.
3. Where is the subway stop? Go straight. Turn right at the corner. Then walk a block. It's between the pharmacy and the restaurant.
4. Where's the convenience store? Go straight. Turn right at the corner. It's on your right. It's next to the bank.
Very good. Now we will listen again, and this time try to write the names of the places on the map. So again, as you can see, here we have 6 different blocks that has stores. Here we have the supermarket, here we have the bank, the bookstore, the hotel, the restaurant, the pharmacy, okay? And we need to listen to the directions to give or to write the names of those places. Let's listen to it again.
1. Excuse me, where's the English school? Go straight. Turn left. It's across from the supermarket.
2. Is there an internet cafe near here? Yes, there is. Go straight. It's on the corner on your right. It's next to the bookstore.
3. Where is the subway stop? Go straight. Turn right at the corner. Then walk a block. It's between the pharmacy and the restaurant.
4. Where's the convenience store? Go straight. Turn right at the corner. It's on your right. It's next to the bank.
Very good. Now, let's me and you try to answer number 1. We'll listen to the direction again, and this time we will point where is this place and write the name of this place. Number
1. Excuse me, where's the English school? Go straight. Turn left. It's across from the supermarket.
Very good. So in number 1, the woman is looking for the English school. And since we are here, she said, go straight and turn left. Go straight and turn left. The English school is across from the supermarket. The English school is across to the supermarket. So where is it? Excellent. Here is the English school, the location of the English school. As we have listened to the directions, and here we have wrote down the name of the place, the English school, which is across from the supermarket. Let's listen to direction number 2.
2. Is there an internet cafe near here? Yes, there is. Go straight. It's on the corner on your right. It's next to the bookstore.
So, internet cafe. This woman is looking for an internet cafe. She said to go straight. We will see the cafe at the corner next to the bookstore. At the corner next to the bookstore. So here is the cafe. Here is the cafe as we have listened to the directions. Now let's move on to the direction number 3.
3. Where is the subway stop? Go straight. Turn right at the corner. Then walk a block. It's between the pharmacy and the restaurant.
Very good. So this man is looking for the subway stop, okay? So the direction is to go straight and turn right at the corner and walk the block. It means to pass the block. This is a block. To pass the block, and we will see the subway station between the restaurant and the pharmacy. The subway station is between the restaurant and the pharmacy. So let's see. Exactly. Here is the subway stop. Here is the place, the location of the subway stop. Now, let's listen for the last direction.
4. Where's the convenience store? Go straight. Turn right at the corner. It's on your right. It's next to the bank.
Very good. So this man is looking for the convenience store. The direction is to go straight, turn right at the corner. We are here. We go straight and we turn right at the corner. It is next to the bank. Here is the bank and here is the place which is next to the bank. So let's see. Very good. This is the place of, or this is where the convenience store is. So excellent job, everyone. Here we have wrote down the names of the places. We have listened to their directions. So here is the English school. Here is the cafe. Here is the subway stop. And at the end, here is the convenience store. Very good job, everyone. Now, the last part we have for today. In English, a word can be divided into syllables, okay? And sometimes we stress a syllabus and not the other. For example, here in this word, as you can see, we going to stress air, not port. For example, we would say airport, airport. Okay? And for the second one, the word restaurant, restaurant, restaurant. Okay? So these are examples of the word that we should stress its first syllable. We should stress its first syllable, the beginning of those words. So again, here we would use airport, airport. And here we would say restaurant, restaurant. The other word here we have, or the second example, here we have word that has second syllable. So not at the beginning, not the first syllable, but the second syllable. For example, here we have apartment, apartment. Okay, and here we have the S, we would say it, or we're going to pronounce it as Z. So we would say museum, museum. So this is an example of the second syllables. The third syllable here we have university, university. This is the stress. And the last one, here we have S and A. We would use it as Z. So we would say conversation, conversation. So I repeat those words again. In the first syllable, airport. And repeat after me, please. Airport, airport. Restaurant, restaurant. The second syllable, apartment, apartment. Museum, museum. University, university. Conversation, conversation. Very good. So here we have some important words. It's very good to practice it from one time to another. And speaking of practice, on page 81, we have different vocabularies and different expression. Please have a look at those vocabularies and expressions, as since we are in the middle of this unit, we will going to have more reading and more text, so it's good to have an idea about these vocabularies and expressions. And now we have reached at the end of our lesson. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.